said everything I say must be on camera to share it to those people who are not here. Very hard. Trust. The comment section on my ad. Sometimes I go to read it and I'm like, did I offend anybody in this life? I didn't know when I started digital marketing, I started working with clients, you understand? I wasn't really doing all this B2C, I was doing B2B. So working with businesses, working with clients, that's where we made our money. And we don't see, nobody comes and tells you you're a scammer because you are holding their brand, everything is in your hand, you understand, you're talking to them, you get you do it, you talk, bargain, have virtual meeting, go to give us website details. You understand? So coming to we did because before we I was like, okay. So before we started the whole digital training thing, we had experimented in all Anambra State. So I schooled in Unizik. I was in Oka for 10 years after I finished school, and then even also schooling. So I left there to Abuja because it was a big project that needed me to be in Abuja, and that's how I just find myself here. But the most important part of everything is the fact that when you're testing things and experimenting, physically it's easier. So we will call students because I was using it. So I'll just have students come and teach them skills. So the first people we taught skills, we taught in 5 days, 5 skills. so we don't have 1 day to learn graphic design. So the problem was, how do I teach what I've learned in 2 years in 1 day? And what a lot of people don't understand is that it's easier to teach a short period of time than a long period of time. And so you can like, one of the things we hope to do next month is what we call crash courses, where we have 6 hours and we are just drilling on one particular skill. Like, instead of you to use 3 months, you can do something well hands-on if you do 6-8 hours of entire training. So an introduction, my name is Stu, like I said. I'm the founder of Skill to Skill. And what we do at Skill to Skill is teach people digital skills. But there's a catch. The catch is that we are doing it because we've seen something that very few people have seen in the industry, which is projections. So some of you who are a little bit, like, you have an idea of economics, you would understand that there is what we call unemployment rate, which is like, I think Nigeria's unemployment rate is somewhere between 23% to about 35%, if not more. That is to say that 23 to 35% of the working, like when people of age, 16, 17, 18, 23 to 35% of people who have the capacity to work don't have jobs. And so there are a lot of problems that happen when this happens. We know that people begin to steal, people begin to do fraudulent activities, and a lot of others. So now this is the thing. Excuse me. If we are very intentional about what we do, we can reduce this unemployment rate. There are 2 ways to do it. Government can create jobs. We all know Nigerian government and the ability to do anything. I can't talk about it. So, and I say this respectfully, but that's the truth. So now, private sectors. Is it possible for private sectors to employ? Do you understand that 50% of everybody who has a job in Nigeria is employed by small businesses? Now, the Nigeria's SME means small businesses are businesses that do 50 million and below in annual revenue, less than 50 million. So you're talking about companies like Skill to Scale and like a few other companies that are employed as a country, and think about how Nigeria can solve as a country, and think about how Nigeria can solve the problems of Nigerians. Why don't we think about the whole world? If your money has to come from only Nigeria and employment has to come from only Nigeria, it limits the capacity of the economy. So the simple way to say this is the fact that if you have digital skills, it gives you that advantage. Do you understand? You don't need to rely on the national economy to understand. You don't need to rely on the national economy to survive. Nigeria can be doing bad and you'll be doing well. Like they didn't leave the country to go and do a house job, you understand? They left and they were making money from wherever they were. So the whole idea is that the digital industry has capacity. There's nothing holding us back. We have internet connection. At least the best of our abilities, we have a little, you understand? So what skill to skill is doing is bridging that gap between an entire possibility. So there is the global economy. There's a global economy which is practically where the money is. The global economy is in a few hundreds of trillions of dollars. So this is global economy. And then there's Nigeria. And so what we are doing is providing digital skills entire country and then people across Africa. And the reason why I'm saying entire country and then people across Africa, and the reason why I'm saying this also is that those of you who are training with us at skill to scale, whether digitally or online, is to understand that the reason why we sacrifice what we do I still say we are the most valuable digital skill training company in the whole of Africa. Not because of the fact that there's what they call market capitalization, I can't talk about it now. It's because for just as little as 5,000 naira, what you get is what people pay 150,000 naira somewhere else. It literally makes us the most valuable digital skill training company in Africa. The reason why we are doing it is so that we can help you, so that you can help others. So I know it's a boring lecture, but it's part of what we want you to know. And we are sacrificing not just because we want to lead the entire economy of Africa, and we will do that, no doubt, okay? So that being said, I've basically talked about myself and skill to scale. Now let's go to what we have today. From skill to income. I'll ask very few questions so I know where we are. How many of us have digital skills already? Like basic, maybe 1 or 2 digital skills. That's okay. My Oga there has, he has like plenty. But one of them is like running at least for the start. Any digital skills? So show us name.
Simon.
Simon. Hassan. 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 Looks familiar. Jack. Yeah. Jack Loco. Jack is always on our live sessions. Jack. So, Ma, how are you? The name? Ngozi. Okay, you go. And you have a digital skill?
No.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So we are basically trying to figure out or make a decision as to what digital skill would most likely learn, or how we want to position ourselves in the digital economy. Now, I'm going to talk about this in different phases. The first thing I'm going to tell you about is what I call the reality of the digital economy. I'm going to talk about the reality of the digital economy, and then I'm going to talk about one of the theories which a lot of people don't understand, the theory of individualism. I know this thing sounds like big words, but don't worry, I'll break it down for you. The theory of individualism, that's the second thing I'll talk about. The third thing I'm going to talk about is what I call the digital success frameworks. Digital success, okay? The digital success frameworks, and then we are going to talk about social media income. That's the major reason why we are here, how you can be able to use social media. So we are going to talk about social media income, and what you're going to leave here with at the end of the day is everything you need to do to make a decision as to what would work for you. And even more so, you're going to be able to, there's an entire workbook that you can use and walk you through it as well too. One of the biggest problems we have is that the difference between decisions and actions. So some people stay in that gap where we know something is happening, but to step inside the water like Peter now, we are testing Jesus, should I come? This is Tama, this is that. And so and press zero. How many of you know that Nokia phone? There's an I on the zero. I pressed it for a long time, and then something popped up on the screen that was the normal, and then I saw Google. That was my first experience with the internet. I was probably maybe 10, 11. I wasn't very tiny, I wasn't really, but I started a business and came to the digital space in 2015. And so technically, I've had at least 10 years experience, everything that has to do with the digital space. So I've made a few millions. I wouldn't want one like my guy here. So I've made a few. I've made a few millions, maybe 100, maybe two. I'm not sure, but I don't count. I'm not interested. I'm not a money person, and I say it very boldly. Some people don't like it. It's your business. If I want to make a lot of money, I know what to do. I love impact. That's why I teach. That's why I run a training company. Okay. And so I made maybe a few millions from it. I have trained hundreds of people. Some of them are making millions now from it as well. So that's my experience. So when I say I'm going to use my experience as a bridge, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything I've experienced within the industry, and also that of people who I've also encountered. My most favorite thing to do as a person is research. So I'm going to be telling you about things that you probably may not have heard of, but they are all things that will be very helpful to you, okay? After now, at the end of the entire training, we have a few laptops. We want to do a practical session to some of you who are going to make a decision right now. So I'll have Ogochukwu and some of the people on our so they'll help you. This is how a skill to skill workshop. So they'll help you. This is how a skill to skill workshop is. This is a workshop, it's not really an event, okay? We are all good now, right? I can start. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I doesn't feel like it's my back. You need my face. Sorry. Okay. I don't use that, so I don't know how we're going to manage it, but we'll try. Let's look at it this way. There are various possibilities in the digital industry. Various possibilities. Like, I haven't seen anything as broad as the entire digital space. In my 10 years, I've not even scratched the surface, at least to my own understanding. If you watch very well, you're going to realize that most of what skill to skill does is around social media, digital media. We are in the digital media industry. There are some other people who are within the tech industry, you get. So we are still heading into tech. Graciously enough, we have our partners at SITS here. They are amazing at tech. So opportunities of how you can be able to grow and build a career or a business. So when you're looking at the digital space, there are two things you need to think about. One, how can I take advantage of digital space to make money? Or how can I take advantage of digital space to what? Build a career or a business. Now, these, the way glasses are, but you wear glasses. So there are two, these are the two eyes that you use to see the digital space you get. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because a lot of people try to confuse you. When in their bid to sell things to you online, they will try to confuse you with bogus, you can do this, travel abroad. Think about it this way. I can either make money from this thing, you should start with 5,000 and first, let me understand what they are doing. And then he called me back and said, I said, we go wait through. Website is not responding. So I didn't lose my money to MMM by a few minutes or a few hours. That's by the way. So there's crypto, there's forex, all these are what we call digital income streams, you understand? And then there is content, influencer, freelancing, and all these, that's what we call social media income streams. And then there is tech, which is building an app, also getting a job, that's what we call tech income streams. So if you want to look at the entire industry, try to ask yourself, any opportunity they're selling to you, is it digital, general, digital or general? Some of them may be, the opportunities, okay, since you guys don't have experience, so you can have a printing company that is part of individualism. You guys should just forgive my handwriting. If you close your eyes and see in the spirit, you'll see better. Just be spiritual. You will understand everything better. Okay, So, how many of you, the main reason why you've not started anything online is because you're afraid whether it will work for you or not? Like, how many of us have that concern? Good. So, this is what I call the principle of individualism. In my 10 years, I now been building a business, but I have tried a lot of things online. You get. Now, frankly speaking, some of them have worked. Most of them have worked. You get. I just did not enjoy them. So this is where it's very important to understand. Now, the principle of the theory of individualism, which is also a principle, is irrespective of the fact that there is a method. Let me put it this way. Irrespective of it doesn't matter what you want to do, the method of making money online across any skill is the same. Do you understand? Whether you want to do dropshipping or you want to do influencer marketing, you get, or you want to do digital marketing, it's what? It's the same. The primary difference here is it does not work for everybody. So you can have the same strategy, but it would not work with what? Individuals. Now, there are so many reasons why it would not work with individuals, and I'll just give you a little bit of them. The first one is the personality. So the reason, the fact that we all have different faces, you get, different faces, different personalities. Some of us are introverts. Is there anybody who is like, I know my boss says an extrovert. Who else? It's my boss. People should not mind the way he's humble like this. It's my boss. So who else? Like, you go outside, you like talking to people, you don't mind greeting everybody. When you enter your street, you just start from the first gate. Hey, John, how are you there? Hassan, you. Hassan, I do. So, Hassan, Mangozi, you're not. You're like me. We just mind our business, go straight, good. That's our clan here. So people have different personalities, you understand? So it's not possible that the same thing would work for us based on our personality. The second thing is our skill level. You get. Now, for instance, if I speak, I communicate, it's part of my career, I'm a public speaker, you get. So I'm good at talking, you understand? Now, if I want to do affiliate marketing, and my brother, what's his name, sir? Simon. Okay, Simon.
I also call me ISO.
Call you what? ISO Tech.
Yeah.
Are you there's an ISO Tech I was seeing on. Okay.
That is me.
That's you?
Yes.
Oh! You're the ISO Tech. Okay. Jacolo, ISO Tech. I've seen the both of them. I used to see their comments on Google. Google Meet, yes. I know the name. So ISO, now the both of us could be trying to do the same affiliate market. But the fact that I have a better communication skill to him literally makes it possible for it to easily work for me, but not work for what? For him. Do you understand? Now, so the idea with there is the same methodology. The same method, if you follow step by step how to succeed as a digital marketer, you will succeed. You understand? Every digital success pathway has its own method. And if you follow it, I'm going to teach you one method for social media today. Just one. No, three. I'll give you three methods so you understand what I'm saying. If you follow that method, it doesn't matter who you are, you're supposed to succeed. However, your skill level, if you're better at communicating, if you have more money, there are some people who they succeeded faster because they had what? Money. For instance, when we wanted to learn YouTube, when I learned Facebook, Instagram, I didn't really have money, frankly speaking. So it was difficult, but I learned, you get. When I learned Facebook ads, I didn't really have so much money too, but I could learn it. When we wanted to learn YouTube, I and my team, if we didn't spend money, we spent 2 million. So the depth, and I'm being very sincere with you, the depth of things we had to try. We bought 15 phones. Okay, to be laughing. Like, Like, because we wanted to try everything. That's how we learn in my company now. When we want to test something, we go all in. We bought 15 mobile phones. That time, we just see phone line up in the office. We are testing different strategies. We bought a YouTube channel. Paid for in dollars. So, you see that somebody who is sitting down in his house with 1,005. Do you understand? There's a limit to what the person can learn and how successful the person can be in YouTube compared to us because we had resources then. Do you understand now? So this is what we call the principle of individualism. Somebody can be teaching you something. Because one of the things that makes people unsuccessful is that you doubt the people who are genuinely trying to help you. So somebody is trying to genuinely teach you how to do something, but you're like, is it going to work for me? It will only work for you if it fits into you. Do you understand? So instead of you to look at things from, is it going to work for me? Is it going to work for me? You should look at it from, am I going to work for it? Because that's a better perspective. When you look at the skill or you look at the digital income pathway, how they are telling you that you can make money, what you should be looking at is how does it fit into the kind of person that I am. Do you understand? Somebody that doesn't know how to talk, that can join multi-level marketing. Do you see the person has already bring that problem for themselves? How many people know multi-level marketing? Network marketing. You know network marketing, bring one friend, this person refer, then there's a tree of back, GLS, they call it back downliners. Magazine done it. So downliners, I just don't I've never tried in my life because I will not succeed. I cannot succeed. I cannot succeed at it. So you understand? Somebody who goes to learn just network marketing, you get the person is already, as an introvert, you are already tied out of failure. Like there's nothing you can do. You understand? You can try, you may. Some people end up succeeding. That's the truth. I would not lie. There are some people who are introverts, they succeeded, but it took them more effort than Hassan. Hassan can come to the beginning of his street with his flyer. House to house, child to child. Go and tell your mommy shall go to Asamba. So you see, so people who are extroverted have more capacity to do certain things. So when you are looking at digital opportunities, look at them from the perspective of, am I going to fit into this? Am I going to work for this or not? Is it going to work for me? Because you see, how many of you realize that the more you ask yourself the question, the more delay and doubt and fear that holds you back. So you're asking the wrong question. It's not, is it going to work for me? It's, am I going to work for it? Based on the kind of person I am rather, does it fit into the kind of person I am? They said we are going to go and talk to 20 people. Talk to 20 people, me. I'm not going to talk to any 20 people. So let's pick this one first. Where's the one I'm not going to talk to people? Do you understand? That's what you should be looking for. You get. A practical example for me would be I learned things. I learned crypto and forex. I paid, like I said, you remember what I used to tell you guys. You have it depends on who you are. You get. So I paid over 250,000 to learn it. I was not interested. I was not really making. I didn't care about making money from it. I teach people. You understand? So when I come to you to tell you about forex and crypto, I don't want to, there's some people that tell you about things, they don't know anything. Don't do forex, don't do crypto, you understand? But they've not tried it before, you get. So I have real life experience, you understand? I know the kind of people that I will advise them, just go and do forex and crypto. You will succeed better, you understand? I cannot advise Hassan to do forex and crypto, very sincerely. He's going to see the call. It's not like he can't succeed, you understand? But these are for people who don't want to go out of their house. They just like staying inside their house, you understand? And they like money. You get. The richest forex and crypto people don't talk. Those guys, they don't care about you. They don't talk. They just go around with their money, do you understand? Traveling, taking care of their family. They are the most salient people. Me and my boss here, we have a friend. He does we started knowing his capacity. We didn't even know it was crypto as of then. I don't know, yeah. So we didn't know it was crypto he was doing. Very silent. After he went to UK, came up there. Very simple, like just stressless life. You understand? So people who make a lot of money from forex, from crypto, they're very silent people. You understand? So you need to know what fits you. You get? It's not, is it going to work for me? Is am I going to work for what? For it. So that's the question I want you to be asking yourself. Anytime you see opportunity online, forget about whether it's working for other people, why won't it work for you? Are you going to work for it? Do you understand? Because as Africans, one of the biggest challenges we face is that we limit ourselves through our mind. People outside the country, people in Europe, in the US, when they see opportunities, they just dive into it. Do you understand? While somebody is talking, they are going to collect credit card, borrow money. Do you get? To try it. That's why they have a lot of. You see, they say Steve Jobs started in a garage. You understand? You see, when they see opportunities, they don't doubt. Do you understand? They just do. So they have more success rates than we have. Are you getting the point? The reason why we have a lot of people not succeeding in Africa is we are not even trying hard enough and trying well enough. You use 1 year to doubt. Some of you, you're still seeing the same ad that you saw last year, this year, and you're still asking yourself whether you should pay. You would have paid, lost the money, learned that it was not going to work for you, and picked another thing by now. Do you understand? So, I know that doesn't sound nice to some people. I lose my money. I know. I need to talk about this. I heard of one CBEX. I think I heard it. CBEX. CBEX. Whatever it was. This is very funny. And so we are going to pick up our banners, and one guy was like in the printing press, he was just shouting. He was like, "Una dey complain say CBEX chop na money me and cash out." I was like, what's happening here? Everybody joined the discussion. I felt like a novice, like I didn't understand. So I just called the guy, said, "Father, this me." And then it was a forex investment platform. Do you know the next thing? The next time I heard about it was inside our group chats when we were trying to sell SMM to people. Somebody said, "Are you sure you can analyze it?" And I'm like, who told you to go and give people? It's different from learning a skill. Investment opportunities is different from learning a skill. Please be clear. This is not a financial masterclass. When I say forex is good, I'm not telling you investing in forex is good. I'm telling you learning forex is good. Do you see there is a difference? If you want to make investment, go and look for financial advisors. They are professionals that can do that. You understand? I'm not one. I cannot give you financial advice. I can collect your money. You want to sponsor people to do training? You meet me. Do you understand? You want to pay for training? You meet me. You get. Give me your money for those things. But please be very careful when somebody tells you, "I'm going to learn a skill for you," and then you're going to invest into the skill. And then as people are buying the course, I will not give you money. That's investment. That's investment opportunity. Do you understand? Somebody can tell you now, "See, I will create a product like this. You use your money and run ads." You understand? When we start getting sales, you get. Because you understand how it works doesn't mean you should put your money inside it. Am I clear? There's a difference between investment opportunities in the digital space, do you understand, and income opportunities in the digital space. What I'm talking about today is what? Income opportunities. You get. So probably we are going to call a financial advisor that will talk to you about investment opportunities. I'm not in the place to tell you that. So now this is the principle of individualism. Does it make sense? Are we together on that? Good. So what did we say from this? When you see an opportunity to make income from a skill, not investment, actual income, what do you think about? Or I'm asking you. Please, you guys should talk to me. What do you think about? Don't think about whether the skill will work for you. Think about what? Whether you work for what? For the skill. Because everything works. It's just about you. Do you understand? Everything works. While you are still here wasting time, it has finished working for some other people. Do you understand? Okay? Stella, please. Or Zoe, please find out whether there's light, the ACs. Find out whether there's light and the remote for the ACs. Thank you. Okay. So, now the next thing we are going to talk about, we all understand the theory of individualism, right? Very well. Good. I love teaching smart people. It just makes my life easy. Thank you so much, guys. You're amazing. Okay. Now, the next thing we are going to look at is frameworks. So, you make a post tomorrow, what happens? It doesn't meet anybody, who cares? So, you need to be very certain on the platform and the algorithm. Now, this particular one also involves skills, but then it involves there's what we call core platforms, which is more like for you to program, whether you're doing back end, front end, UI, UX, it's a little bit extensive. So I'm going to give you a breakdown. So things like have you people heard of Amazon KDP? Amazon Kindle. Amazon Kindle, you write a book, you use anything, copy a book, write a book, and then you upload it on Amazon website. People go there to buy it, and then you make money from it. But the problem with that, it's not a problem. Like I said, everything works. It just depends on you. So you need to do like, you guys haven't seen people with 100 books? Like, have you seen people with 100 books? Yeah. So the way KDP works is the more books you put there, the more opportunities you have to make money. You understand? Randomly, somebody may just see your book and like it and buy, because they can't see the content of the book. Do you understand? They only see the front page and the about. You get? So you can write a book of 50 page, 100 page. You get? And the problem is when you now tell somebody like me to write a book. Do you understand? You see, that is where you have a problem. You get? So this is the principle of individualism. Why it makes money for other people? I'm not the best person, very frankly. Do you understand? Like, I can't just sit down and all I'm doing with my time is writing. It will bore me out. You get? I'll just be bored. So you need to find somebody who likes writing. You get? Loves the torture of research, because it's torture. You understand? And they can be able to do those kind of things. You get? So there's Abuja that talk about some of these things again. There are other ways which we call micro income pathways. So they are still under digital pathways, but we call them micro incomes. How many of you have heard, fill a survey and you make $5 per survey? You see those ads? So that's what we call micro income. Those ones don't require skill, they just require a platform. They are the ones that tell you they'll pay you when you like a page. Like, comment, share, you understand? Watch a video. Check, there's this Chili app that has gone viral for convincing people, meanwhile it's crypto. How many of you tried it? I saw the ad for like 2 months. I'm like, what are you people doing here? I went to download it, sat down, used 2 hours. Because my job is to teach you guys. And so I went to 2 hours and I'm like, you earn in a coin. And later we'll not create an X-ray. I say, child, crypto business has entered social media now. Somebody will think that's a social media income stream. It's not, it's still digital, you understand? And they are what we call micro incomes. They tell you do a small tax and then we'll pay you. Now, there are some of them that work, don't get me wrong, you understand? But trust me, how many of you want to make millions of naira? Millions. No, talk like, I'm serious, millions of naira. Good. I'm genuinely going to teach you how to do millions of naira, because that's what I know how to do. How many of you want to make billions of naira? Billions. Maybe he will come and teach you. He knows how to do that. You understand? Now, I know my way around millions. I can teach you how to do this with millions. But trust me, micro income, it is not how you get to millions of naira. Do you understand? That is where you stop at hundreds of thousands. You get? So if you see anything that has to do with micro income job, click a survey. This is a souvenir. If you need 10K, 20K, 50K, all those kind of money, that's what you need to do. You understand? You get? Most of the pathways we'll be showing here are millions pathway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million, 7 million, and thereabouts. You get? So that, and this is, I don't want you to feel like it's a big deal. Trust me. You can do it. I'm being very sincere with you guys. Like, I'm not here to wash you or you can do it. And I used to tell you guys a skill to scale. Now, one of the biggest lies that Nigerians have told ourselves is that some things are impossible for us. So one small boy in the UK, small boy in the US, 16 years old, who can carry his father laptop or carry his laptop, open it, and you see $10,000 a day. I don't know how many of you, there's this small boy in India. There's another one in Indonesia. He does Instagram videos. He's creating a website company. He knows how to build a website. The boy is 13 years. He does videoing himself. I just came back. And then he's talking to client, and the client is telling him, I feel you're too small. It's like, it's my age barrier, or do you want a good website? That's what Akere. Do you understand? Because somewhere in his head, he woke up in the morning believing he can do anything. Do you understand? But a typical African wake up in the morning believing that we can't even plug mango from tree. Is my neighbor going to catch me? If you understand, like, we wake up with impossibilities. One of the things I would love you to do is change your mindset. Making millions from the digital space is a very small thing. Trust me. It's achievable in 1 month, it's achievable in 3 months. It's not a big deal. What is a big deal is the billions. That's what I'm trying to crack now. You understand? I'm thinking how it's skill to scale. 2 billion, 5 billion a month. That's the one that is a problem for you. Let me do your social media management. You understand? So that's what we call freelancing. Then there is online coaching. It's called coaching and consultation industry. You understand? So somebody who has experience, for instance, I've had experience starting and building an agency, you get, and I now want to move from starting and building an agency to coaching. I can now start sending a course and consultation to you guys, and I can tell you, see, you want me to teach you how I was able to build a $1 million a month agency. You understand? So that is coaching, you understand? You get people, they pay you, and then you teach them the ones that you know, you get. These are valid things. The way we see it in Nigeria is, as soon as somebody tells you, pay me to do something, they don't start. So that person that is telling you, he wants to make money from you, true, but he has made some money elsewhere, and he has experience that you don't have. You understand? Like, one of the things that made me successful online is I learned to appreciate the little people in me. You understand? Like, to find people who are doing very big things, and that will find the time to come down. It's like Elon Musk saying he wants to do business coaching. Like, how much do you want to pay him? You said, think about it. You will try it, and you what? You will try it, and you what? You get better results. Let me give you a practical example. We used to do these trainings somewhere in Anambra State, okay? But it wasn't skill to scale. It was a Sceptral Hub, which is another company of mine. So Sceptral Hub does what we call SGM. So we gathered some people from some students from Navy and talked to them about social media. Now, it was not a social media training. It was about career, something. And so we just